Hey, today, in this video, I want to talk to my little brothers and sisters that are walking across the stage this year and are getting ready to begin a thing called life. So, without further ado, let's get started. So first off, congratulations to the class of 2025. You little bastards survived the 12 years of the indoctrinating and conditioning bullshit. Fresh off of learning about these glorified Freemason ass devils that helped shape this hellhole we call America today, and learning all that unnecessary ass math you'll probably use 0.25% in the real world. Y'all are now the masters of XY axis, and please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. No, but seriously, what you all accomplished really is an achievement. Graduating high school is a tough task that shouldn't go unnoticed. I know a lot of y'all have different upbringings and come from all walks of life, so I know you all probably went through different adversities and challenges going through your journey. I do indeed know how it was just getting up every morning to go to school for 8 dreadful hours dealing with peers, assignments, and the rapid teenage hormones. Can't forget about the stress of state exams for graduation. When I graduated back in 2015, it was the ECA for Indiana. I passed the English part first try, but it took me till my 3rd try to pass the math part. Yeah, I never been that good at math, but when I passed that test, it felt wonderful. And to walk across the stage after felt even more wonderful. Just knowing all that time spent wasn't for nothing made me feel good about myself. So again, congratulations to those who made it. But now it's time, man. It's time to step out and become an adult. So with that being said, I'm just going to say a lot of y'all are F-U-C-K fucked. And that's not even a personal attack. I'm saying that based on how life is in its current state in the future. Well, shit. Not gonna lie, it's also based on what I see from the current generation as well. Social media and rappers have done a number on y'all, but I'm gonna be very straight up with y'all in this video. Overall, life sucks, bro. Y'all thought y'all had it bad in school and shit. The real world compares in similar ways, but you have no fucking idea what you're really walking into. I've been doing this adult shit for 10 years now, and I can say without question ain't shit fun or easy about it overall. I'm gonna tell y'all right now before I forget, learn some damn skills. And I don't just mean the typical trade skills like carpentry, welding, etc. I mean like the other shit you might not need state certification for. Drawing, cooking, planting, doing hair, photography, and all that. I'm telling you, you guys are going to need as many skills as possible to survive here, and for the love of God, have a plan and stick to it. I know you guys are only 17 or 18 and you have this notion in your head that you have time to figure it out, which you do, but you have to do right by that time you're given right now. Please do not tweak. This is coming from someone who has been on the straight and narrow for 28 years of living. I never smoked or drank a day in my life. I have no gang affiliations. I've only gotten like 1 traffic ticket for barely running a red light, and I never had any accidental pregnancies. Hell, I lost my virginity at 21 and I'm married to the same woman today, and we still don't have any kids. Yet I'm still struggling and nowhere near where I want to be in life financially. It's tough. I say all that to say it doesn't even matter sometimes if you make bad decisions at the start of life. Not having any skills or a plan can be just as detrimental to your financial well-being. I can't imagine how life is for you guys who be out here messing up or just dealt a terrible hand to begin with. Make no mistake though, I'm a long way from the silver spoon. I'm from East Chicago, Indiana, where the median household income is well below the poverty line by America's standards. Here we have steel mills where you can work and make decent money, but ironically, these places will kill you faster than the money comes. You don't even have to work at these places to meet death. The toxic fumes permeate throughout the area. A good comparison would be how Rivet City was back in like NBA 2K15 or 16, with the factories and stuff in the background. Not only that, but they put a housing project on top of lead-induced soil that was left over from a plant that was torn down. And yes, I did live there from the time I was born till around 5 or 6 years old, so yeah, that lets you know. Our fate growing up here is being poor and dead by 50 or 60. Less than that if you partake in a nefarious lifestyle. Of course, we got Chicago 20 minutes from us, but hopefully you got required skills to get a good gig there. But yeah, I was raised off minimum wage and government assistance. The hand I had wasn't spectacular either, but I used that as my fuel to stay motivated because I always wanted better for myself. Where I went wrong was just not having a real plan after school and not gaining any monetizable skills. After I graduated high school, I actually went right into community college, but It was very short-lived because something went wrong with my financial aid or something. I said forget it and went into working for temp agencies to get a few bucks. Ever since I've been winging it, throwing stuff at the wall, hoping something would stick, and currently with trucking it's sticking pretty well, I guess. I just hope it's sustainable, but I know it's a wave I won't be able to ride too long. You're only as good as your last drive. One bad mess up can mess up your career or life. I mentioned before in previous videos how I got into welding, but I didn't really like it. I had a welding gig that laid me off during COVID, and I haven't welded a piece of material since. When you jump into these trades, make sure you do thorough research before you jump into something. Your time is very valuable at this stage in your life. Don't just try to get into something because you hear you can make X amount of dollars. Of course, money should play a role, but don't let it be the only role. But at the same time, don't be afraid to try new things. You just never know what you might be really into. I put the emphasis on gaining skills because it's extremely crucial now. A lot of jobs are going automatic and are trying to force the human being out. Jobs like cashiers and all the back-breaking shit they do at those manufacturing warehouses have expiration dates. Hell, the workers see it firsthand with self-checkout and with engineers running tests with those robotic machines. AI is also taking over. I'm using an AI voice for this very video you're watching right now. It's a personal choice because I hate how my voice sounds over recordings, and my voice cracks like a 12-year-old going through puberty, but yeah. Even me as a CDL truck driver, days are numbered. Automatic self-driving trucks are very much a thing. I believe it's going to be a long time before they actually take over the industry, but just knowing that it's a thing is enough to worry. My best advice to you all is to get you a trade for a high-paying job, maximize your earnings in it, and start investing in yourself. This goes back to when I was emphasizing about skills. Learn something you have an interest in and make a living off of it. Try to fund your own business so you don't have to rely on banks and credit unions. Use these jobs. Do not let them use you. The 12-year stint you did in school was a conditioning process to get you to be a subservient corporate slave. You jump into working, set goals for what you want that job to give you for the long run. If you need a car, save up cash for a decent point A to B car. Need cash to get into some type of specialized training that can make you more money? Save up for that. And even then, when you get into your dream profession, always have in mind ownership. Staying comfortable will have you fall right into the trap. Do not get caught up in materialistic stuff. Treat yourself, of course, but don't go overboard and turn it into a habit. Also, lots of debt prevents financial freedom. Keep your debt as low as possible. If you're bad with paying people back, don't even get a credit card right now. Do not go out there taking out random loans and putting down payments on G-Wagons. I myself made a dumb decision to get a BMW back in 2019 that I'm still paying on today. I'm not even a proponent of college for real because of loans. But if you do go that route, make sure the profit return is there for whatever you go to school for, and you go into the field you studied in. Me personally, I can't imagine going to school for an extra 4 years, spending thousands and not doing anything tangible with the degree after. Especially knowing there are other routes where the barrier to entry is thin, the profit return is more, and you can finish in 90% less time. But that's just me. I know there are some degrees out there that can help you flourish with how the future is going to shape out, like robotics and engineering, or IT and cybersecurity. I think those are more certification-like programs, but y'all get my point. Stay ahead in the rat race you're getting ready to be in. The top goals should be financial freedom, stability, and if you have kids, generational wealth. I don't want to sound like these scamming gurus on social media when I say this, but make money to make it work for you. Always think long-term, and always be mindful of the economic climate. Don't get into jobs trying to become manager, assistant supervisor, or that other nonsense. Those titles are all scams to have you do the work of like 4 people for at most like $45,000 a year. It might sound like decent money to you now, but I promise you it's not. Don't become a corporate bottom bitch. I saw this firsthand when my wife was assistant manager for Family Dollar. It's not worth it at all. I want to elaborate more on how I mentioned earlier how life sucks. Basically, it just does. It's a long, grueling grind where you have to deal with death, crime, temptation, drama, taxes, sin, the list goes on. You have to try to be worthy in a world that'll have your replacement in seconds when necessary. Even accomplishments at times can have a hollow feeling like there's something missing or something. Try to find some hobbies to try to keep you sane. And I don't mean the typical smoking, drinking, and playing the game. Get some real hobbies. Read some books, paint, craft stuff, work on cars, etc. It's easy to lose yourself in a world where the dollar bill has you in such a chokehold. You're going to go through growing pains in many aspects of this, whether that's financially, spiritually, physically, and mentally. But yeah, try to have good, clean fun. I know they typically only give us 2 days off that go by real fast, but you got to figure out a schedule that works. Getting into routines helps with organization. That itself is tough as hell. We are expected to work 40+ hours a week, maintain a clean home, cook healthy meals, raise kids if you have them, and try to maintain relationships. I'm be real with y'all about that too. Those high school friendships will indeed dwindle. You grow up, people will have different responsibilities going on to where it might be difficult to maintain that same friendship you had in high school, but you're not even going to realize you're growing apart for real because everyone is so damn busy anyway. It's going to be times where you're going to make the decision between hanging with friends or just staying home not doing anything. Most times you're going to choose to stay home because of mental or physical fatigue throughout the week. You're not going to want to hang out all the time. That takes energy you're not going to want to exert. You're going to make up lies so you don't have to step out with nobody because the work week and maybe your own personal life put belt to ass. It's going to be times you're not even going to want to do the things you had planned to do because you're just going to want to decompress and prep yourself for the next workday. Whoever came up with the whole 9-to-5 work life should go through some type of Final Destination type fate to keep it PG. But just try to keep close contact with real true friends. Don't burn any bridges, but also don't be afraid to say no whenever you feel uncomfortable with doing something. Always protect your energy. Remember, you are responsible for all the choices you make now. No more mommy and daddy to get you out those jams all willy-nilly. I know a lot of you have this vision of what your life will look like in your head in the next 5 or so years with the 6-story house, married, kids, and all that. I'm going to say to all of you viewing this video, I hope you'll be financially stable to get that big mansion and get that spouse to build an empire with. But realistically, it's going to be a very tough goal, especially trying in a 5-year span. Firstly, the housing market is in the shitter due to the high rates. Even renting is pretty crappy. You got to accept paying over $1,200 a month for a half-decent 1-bedroom, 1-bath unit. You can go less than that, but it's a good chance the unit is going to be bogus as hell. Smell like weed and piss when you first walk in the building. The maintenance workers got their certifications from YouTube DIY videos, so everything is temporarily fixed, and you're going to know your neighbor's name on some Trey Songz stuff. Just a mess. Mind you, most of your monthly income goes towards this. You're working your ass off every day to live in mediocre circumstances. I didn't even mention groceries, your car payments, phone bill, personal hygienic stuff, or other miscellaneous bills you might have. But I ain't gonna scare you too much with that. You'll see for yourself. Hopefully you guys who actually want a forever spouse can find the right one, so you guys can be each other's crutches. Which brings me to my next topic on dating and relationships. So to me, you guys are entering or have entered that window where it's the best time to date, in my opinion, that 18 to 24-year-old range. To me, it is the best time because 1, you're young as heck and nobody has any real baggage yet from previous relationships, or at least shouldn't. 2, y'all are all broke as hell, so money is not really in the equation at this time. You're actually going to be liked for being you and your potential. Well, y'all trust fund babies might be a little different. I don't know what to tell you guys, because I never been young with a bag. And 3, it's actually fun around this time. When you get older, the feeling of loneliness and hopelessness creeps in the more you try to date and come out with nothing hoping for something. When you're dating young, stuff feels more relaxed and natural. The older you get, the more it might feel forced, with biological clocks coming into play and the desire to settle down. I know nowadays, however, dating is a mess either way. Women have unrealistic expectations while men have been brainwashed by red pill culture to the point where they feel everything is simping and not wanting to lead anymore. Ladies say they want the 3 6s, 6 feet, 6 figures, and 6 inches. I'm going to tell you young ladies now, it's a good chance you're only getting one of those 6s if that. And it's perfectly fine. The man should compensate by being a God-fearing, hard-working gentleman who has motives to provide for and protect you. He should treat you right and see you as the only woman he's trying to vibe with. Simple. All the other stuff is a bonus. And don't actively look for a YN or the athlete. You shouldn't want anything to do with someone who considers themselves as a YN or do YN things. That should go without saying. And you're going to be an afterthought to the athlete, especially if you don't know how to be supportive. And fellas, I know a lot of y'all listen to these dating experts on social media about women, which is okay to a certain degree. I used to be up on Tariq Nasheed back in the day myself, but don't look too deep into it, overthinking. Confidence is essential, so focus on yourself first. Get your bag in order to the point you can support yourself, but never lead with your wallet when it comes to women. If you have titties, hit the gym and eat better. Get you a hairstyle that fits you. Keep your emotions in check and don't go for those tests women like putting us through, like purposely being toxic to see what you'll do or how you'll react. Drop her ass immediately if you see this. Make peace a priority. Don't actively look for the hoes you see on Instagram or those balloon pop videos. Most of those women you see on the gram are promoting OnlyFans and is either far gone from reality or in deep survival mode. No in between. The balloon pop women are paid actresses. Get you a modest, low-key, and caring woman. That again comes with peace. I can't stress that enough. No baby daddy drama, no friends who are bad influences, and not argumentative over little stuff. I know you want fine shit, as y'all call it now, but don't let looks get you into these roller coaster ass situations. Trust me, I get it. We as men are visual creatures. We want to see a pretty face every day. We like seeing a big jiggle on back shots, and we like nice bags of sand to gaze at as well. But again, wherever she lacks, personality and woman-like qualities should pick up the slack. Find the right one to grow and navigate with. One who will have your back and will provide stability. Both of you should bring stuff to the table to try to fight through life, because going through it alone is tough. I don't care how much of an introverted loner you think you are, you're going to want companionship at some point. It's human nature. As far as kids go, don't have them if you can barely take care of yourself. The child does not deserve to be a victim of your struggle and shouldn't contribute to it. Children are indeed a blessing, but you have to have the proper foundation for them. I myself am hesitant to have them because I don't feel like my life is set up right. Seeing how things are though, I don't know if I'll ever get to that feeling. But at the same time, I don't want to wait too long. I would like to still be relatively young when I start having them, but man, just knowing how that changes everything about your daily home routine kind of sucks. Everything will revolve around them. But again, I wouldn't mind having a couple mini-me's I can mold into great citizens. Lastly, don't give in to society's pressure. If you have a good support system at home, don't move out unless you feel absolutely ready. Like I mentioned before, the job market is in shambles and renting sucks. You're just going to find yourself scrambling and looking crazy when stuff hits the fan. Trust me, I know. You don't want to be the person putting $5 in your gas tank every time you pull up to a station. You don't want to be the person having to stand in line at food pantries in rainy 30-degree weather. You don't want to be weeks overdue on bills watching your credit take deep dives like it had on a scuba suit. And you don't want to walk up to your apartment unit and see notes hanging on your door. There's nothing wrong with staying with your people as long as you're contributing and have a plan. There's no shame in doing that in this day and age. Just don't compare yourself to others. Your journey is your journey. Just stick to your plan and everything should work out. If it doesn't, reevaluate some things, hit the drawing board, and pick back up. You won the sperm race for a reason. The Most High got you here to fulfill some sort of purpose, so try to enjoy the ride safely while you figure it out. You guys are going to quickly learn too how wicked this world is. School had you sheltered when it comes to that in a way. There are rabbit holes you're going to go down that'll have you questioning your whole existence. Pay attention to your body and protect your mind, body, and soul at all costs. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this one. Wanted to step aside from the truck driver talk and have a word with the youngins real quick. Again, congratulations to the class of 2025. I hope you all have very successful and prosperous futures. As always, stay safe, stay blessed, and see you in the next one.